Watano izama chagona kulwalero buli Munnayuganda yenna ali eyo nga tebakugema. If you don't have a vaccination card ogenda kusibwa. That is a new directive according to the Ministry of Health. Wandisibwa wabakube fine ya milioni 4. All that is coming up in the stories in Agagwirawo, and it starts right now.
Coming to you live from Plot 249, Gaba Road. Hot on the heels. Fast, reliable, and informative. Agagwirawo, Gasokira Wano, Gatabanagafuna. Agagwirawo, 100.2 Galaxy FM.
It's a beautiful morning. We are live on our YouTube, Galaxy FM /TV. If you're not vaccinated, according to the Ministry of Health, you either go to jail for not less than 6 months.
For 6 months
for
or
6
5
months,
yeah.
or they give you a fine of 4 million, or both.
You're scaring people so much.
It is what they are saying.
It's not yet a law. It is just a bill that they're working on, an amendment bill 2021, Public Health Acts Amendment Bill.
So
it has not yet been passed, and Parliament is working on it. One of the things it seeks to regulate is mandatory vaccination, according to Minister of Health, Dr. Jen Cheng, and one of the clauses in the bill.
In short, vaccination by force.
By mandatory.
You either vaccinate or you vaccinate.
If you don't vaccinate, pay 4 million. If you have your 4 million cash, you pay it as a fine.
How many
if you
times
don't have, go to jail for 4 months.
How many times do you have to pay this 4 million?
I think every time they check and you're not vaccinated, you must pay the fine.
Is that in order?
Is that in order?
Is that part of freedom?
It is. Of course, it's restrictive. It's really very restrictive.
I know.
Because not everybody feels like they need to vaccinate. But if it is a law, if it has become a law, then it is mandatory.
I hope
if
it doesn't
become
a law.
Then it's a crime. If you don't vaccinate, you have to be penalized for it. It's a penalty.
A whooping 4 million.
A whooping 4 million.
And
so
6 months.
At the end of the day, people are just going to have to vaccinate themselves.
This is Galaxy.
Those who resist vaccination, and yet they know that they will obviously be a danger to the public, to the people that they interrelate, obviously will have to undergo some punitive measures. And it is clearly spelled out in the Act. As long as it is a public health issue, and it is important that you protect the general public, it is captured in the Act.
You can drop your thoughts or if you're not vaccinated, you could be paying 4 million.
4 million
shillings.
But then again, this whole act, it's not only about the COVID-19 vaccination. There is a general clause for vaccination, because previously the penalty for people who are not vaccinating has been less than 2,000 shillings. Only 2,000. So they say this new act, the amendment, comes in handy. The chairperson of the Parliament's Health Committee, Charles Ayume, was explaining why this health act is important now.
Vaccination as an entire process, as an entire system. If you're not vaccinated against yellow fever, whatnot.
Even these other illnesses, these other vaccination processes that parents
are supposed to. You're supposed to vaccinate your children, yeah?
They are usually fines, but then the fine was not more than 2,000 shillings.
The penalties, you can imagine, 2,000 shillings. That was in the current act, but right now we shall have currency points, and each currency point is 20,000 shillings. There will also be a provision for on-spot fines, as may be proposed by the minister in the current act. Now, by the time these things have been presented, there's been a lot of consultation, a lot of benchmarking, and we also compare to the World Health International regulations for the spread of diseases. So somebody failing to conform to particular behavior, particular character, or specific guidelines and SOPs, you're not only endangering yourself, but you're endangering the community around you.
Well, if you didn't know now, you know. However, from that, police has banned the vending of raw weapons on streets.
Yeah.
That is a scaring headline. When I saw raw weapons, I was like, okay, we have like RPGs, AK-47s on the street. When I saw the
raw
story
weapons,
later on, I figured out they were talking about weapons like Amajambia, Simanyi Bwambe, and
knives, Obupanga, hose, Hey.
Buchi? Bunaivu.
Hey. Wambe.
So,
Yeah.
according to the Uganda police, that is from when? From yesterday. It is illegal.
Yeah, they're saying no more selling. They don't want to see vendors moving around with those things because they believe that they are promoting crime. People can get them easily. They are easily accessible, and then people are using them in crime, going to break into people's houses, hawking people, and just committing all these other kinds of crimes. So that is the reason why police has decided to ban, and they have asked KCCA to start enforcing this particular ban.
Well, we still
KCCA
need
law
bangers
enforcement
and knives,
officers.
don't we?
Yeah, like people need
For
them.
obvious reasons, the reasons they were created for.
Yeah.
So unless the police is saying that maybe the people that are selling them on the streets are the threat, gayinza okwesulamu omuzimu n'akwata ejjambiya n'abayisaamu awo. I mean, it's not taking away the fact that we need these things for domestic use or industry use sometimes, but we need to buy
Even
them from the
gardening
right
purposes.
places. Yes, exactly.
But also protective purposes. I know people who have bought pangas just to keep in the house to protect themselves from thieves.
Pamela, woba oyagala gula ejjambiya ng'olina kyoyagala ogikozesa ekitali mu mitendera, you can't fail to get it. It doesn't matter whether you bought it from the street or a hardware or from a neighbor.
No, but I think displaying them, putting them out there in the open makes it very easy for someone to access them.
The thought might
When
pop
the
into your
thought, I can use this one to break into a house, I can use this one to hawk someone. But when you put them aside, away, like maybe take them to agricultural shops, the right people will find them. Somebody's looking for a hoe to go and dig, they know where to go to that shop, get the hoe, and so I think it's a much safer process.
That is very true. This is what's happening around us in the country, in the 256, in the Pearl of Africa, right here on Agagwirawo, coming through in your stereo ku Galaxy FM 100.2 with only 9 minutes. Ezakavako ku sawa 5 ezamachagona ku olwaleero.
Well, Parliament, 81 MPs have signed a motion to render unfit Security Minister. That is Jim Muhwezi. Remember, the opposition MPs came up with a motion saying that they wanted to remove Jim Muhwezi or to render him unfit for office because he has abandoned his duty. He has kept quiet while people are being tortured and he's just not doing anything much about it. So they decided to start this motion. They are looking for 176 signatures. They had 10 working days expiring tomorrow. But by yesterday, they only had 81 MPs signing. Now, the amazing thing is NUP has had the biggest signatures, 54. Then FDC has had only 16 out of 32 MPs. DP has had only 5 out of 9 MPs. Yeah, so the very opposition MPs who you'd think would, just go flat.
Do those numbers again. Noop has had how many?
Noop 54.
54.
Only 3 MPs have not signed. That includes Sewanyana and Sejirinya who are in jail.
54
and 1 other
from
MPs.
Noop.
Yeah.
DP?
5
FDC?
from 9 MPs. FDC, 16 from 32.
Hey.
Yeah.
I was trying to see if there's some NRM there. But
NRM, no one.
Exactly, because if I do the math, 54, 16 and whatnot there, and some independent, it could arise to the 81 that we have right now.
Yeah, but Parliament is a game of numbers. So when you have NRM has the biggest numbers, when they have the biggest numbers, it's impossible.
What is Mpuga saying about these signatures?
Mpuga is saying we are not begging people. The ones who can give, can give. After that, we shall give our communication accountability to the nation. But these ones have signed, these ones have
not signed.
Yeah.
So we encourage members. We are not soliciting signatures. Whoever feels that they should side with the people, they have until Thursday to finalize this exercise. And when it is ended, I will invite you and inform the country of how far we've gone. Like I said, for us, this is a roll call. It's a roll call of sorts to whoever believes with us, whoever believes with the cause of justice for everyone, regardless of color or creed. And therefore, there's no amount of solicitation we need to do for members of parliament to identify with the cause for freedom and justice for our people.
Byebyo bivamba MP Jim Muhwezi bagala munyiga eject bagala mujjawo bagala mujjamu. Apparently he's not doing his job.
Yeah, that's what but then the censure may not be successful because they need 176 and there is no censure that has been successful because of the numbers.
We'll keep you guys posted, yeah? But you can check out more stories on our website www.galaxyfm.co.ug.
Yeah. This woman connived with her husband and
Which
not with
woman?
her children. She's
Which
called
woman?
Businje Fledian. She's 50 years. She connived with her children to kill the husband.
Come again.
She worked together with her children to kill the husband.
Where are we talking about?
This
Side
is
chick.
Ibanda.
Hurry,
Yeah.
Ibanda Mukono.
So locals are very annoyed. Actually, they're threatening to lynch her.
Ooh.
She's currently in police custody with her children. Her children are 23 and another is 22 years old. They were living in the same house. And then the father came back. The late came back. He's called Mwebaze. Mwebaze returned home and he had a quarrel with his wife. He was accusing the wife, according to locals, was accusing the wife of cheating on him with a certain Boda man somewhere. So the wife denied and said, I am not cheating on you. He says, me, I've received information. And then in the process, I think there was an exchange over his phone. Because she was trying to say, give me your phone. I figure out also where you have been. And then in the process, the children took the side of the mom. The children started protecting the mom against the father. So while the children were trying to block the father, the mother went and picked up a machete, a panga. And then she just came and cut him in the back, sliced him. And he died
Sliced him.
in the back. So I think the most concerning thing is the children taking sides and then looking on as their mother is, hurting or harming their dad.
Well, the truth is, people will still die of love. Omukwano, Gutta. From the times of Romeo and Juliet, Jack.
And Jill.
in
Is
the-
it Jack and Jill?
Did you watch
No,
the
Jack
Titanic?
Titanic,
I
yeah.
remember, oh God, Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill did not die of love.
I forgot that ladies. Jack and Rose, yeah.
Jack and Rose
Yeah.
because of love. Valentino because
yeah.
of love. Now the poor man was slashed in the back because of love.
But it's hurting when it's your kids,
Why?
Guys,
good morning. That's what's happening in the country. We're waiting to go to squeeze. Let me know. That's what's coming up in the next minute.